Okay, guys, I hope you're ready. Because hopefully tonight we're gonna finish Bookwalker and try something else after that. I have something really old for you in store. Anyway, so that will be it. So let's just jump right in. And yeah. Enjoy this little finale, supposed finale, I don't know. I still have, we have 2 more books ahead of us, so, oh wait, what? The layout's changed, huh? Hello? There's a job. I'm ready. Anything else? No. The order's at your door. It sure is strange today. Huh.
It's easier to get a new one.
I need to put this on the desk. Yeah, sure. I understand this much. An excerpt from a review. Fresh and original as always. Nowadays, there really aren't enough authors who are this original and can also release new books so fast. What is this, a King reference? The contractor agrees to infiltrate Timeless Mansion by Helena Roberts and extract an item, the cursed clock. The client agrees to pay the negotiated sum upon fulfillment of the contract. Is it just me, or this is basically... Oh, that smells wonderful. Yeah, there's more flowers in his life now. Anyway. Shall we shower? Nope. What the hell? The fridge needs to be defrosted, do not turn on. Alright. Yes, do the dishes. And as a payment, we're gonna claim nothing. Oh well. Oh, what's this? Mr. Quest, I would like to congratulate you on your purchase of an apartment. Whoa. We're not the best of renters, and, you were constantly late with payments. However, when you told me you were prepared to purchase the entire apartment, I was overjoyed. I am delighted that you have a new source of income since, as far as I understand, you no longer write for a living. It seems you made the right choice. I wish you good luck. Ask old Brimendell. Alright then, let's jump right in. Woof. Finally, I landed on something soft. Maybe too soft. You examine your souls. So how did it go? I think successfully nabbing Excalibur really redeemed me in the client's eyes. So now you'll get easier jobs, no more killer robots threatening us. I hope so. We are supposed to find a clock of some sort. That doesn't sound too complicated. Ready to get started? Let's do it. We can zoom in. Nothing here. Okay. Whoa. Hey, it's a cute place. Etienne? Yo, Diggs. Are you okay? Yeah. Alright. What the... Oh god, what the fuck? Woman runs past without even glancing at you. I trapped him, I trapped the monster, run away. Monster? So the jobs didn't get easier. So this time it's gonna be some horror shit, huh? The door is locked. Basement door. Are we actually going there? Oh, I am not a fan of this soundtrack. The staffs collapsed under their own weight. Old rusted pipes run along the wall. Examine the pipes. One of the pipes is dripping. Actually, the water is full on flowing out of it. It's too late to save this pipe. Yelling into the air. Damn girl, get back here and let me out. I'll find you and your friends too. Do you really think this cage can stop me? Is this the monster? Who are you? The man pauses and stares at you. Damn. Etienne? Huh? What do you mean? What the what? You know him? Etienne! The man's eyes seem to burn through you. You look away, but not before noticing that the man's hands are trembling with anger. I think we should get out of here quickly. Stop right there, you bastard. Answer me, what did you do with Amanda? Where's my wife? What? Hold on, what does all this mean? Not now. What the fuck? This is all getting really... Window is boarded up tight. It's locked and won't open without a key. What the hell? That's his portrait? And he knows us? What? Why does that fella in the basement know you? This book, I wrote it. What? What do you mean? I created this mansion, but I was arrested before I had a chance to finish the book. So how did your client get this book then? But we've only been stealing from books that are on the market. I imagine the rights to it went to my publisher, and they decided to have another writer finish it. So that's why the dreadful man in the basement knows you. You created him. Yeah, but not like that. It was the story of a generous aristocrat who lived in a beautiful mansion with his wife. You definitely wouldn't catch me writing about a murder in a blood-soaked basement. So you think the new author changed a lot? I think so, yeah. Who's this Amanda he mentioned? Is she here somewhere too? That's his wife, right? She's not here anymore. It's better if we talk about that later. This clock wasn't meant to be here either. Let's take a look since it's what we're here for. You see an ancient clock. The steel frame around it is covered in small inscriptions, some of which are impossible to make out. There's something written here. The clock master's lifetime. Something, with the time on the clock itself. It's too bad it stopped. I'm guessing we need to bring back a working clock. Etienne? Yeah, a working one. You notice 3 huge holes in the mechanism. There are 3 gears missing. We'll have to search the whole mansion. Well, you should know your way around here pretty well since you created all this. Are we at the end of the book? That's right, the plot has ended, and the heroine managed to lock the monster in the basement and escape. Nothing else happens in the plot after this, a happy ending. We need to go back to somewhere on page 150 or so. That's where the mansion will be in the best shape for us to search it. Even the staircase is in ruins right now. I didn't know you could do that, so are we going to jump between pages? Jumping is the easy part. The hard part is landing on the same spot on another page. If I miss or land end up, Okay, sure. If I miss or land in depth, but huh? Between pages without my powers, it could end badly. Should we risk it? Go to 1995. Fuck, that's that many pages? That's a thick boy. A portrait of the housemaster before he changed. He opened the front door from the inside. This was a room for entertaining guests. Looks like the master of the house became less social, and his definition of entertainment changed too. And let me guess, a hidden entrance. Table with papers. An old dusty parcel is lying on the table, tied tightly with twine. How's twine? The master is clearly not a modest man. Come on, we should be able to move this, no? Suppose we have no choice but to jump. Time has not been kind to this staircase. We really should check the second floor. That's where that monster has his study. Got it, so the gears we're missing might be there. What do we do? I think the easiest way is to prevent the staircase from collapsing in the first place, since we can move between pages now. We look into the hole and see the outline of the basement room below. That's what we'll do. Alright. And still not enough. Alright, let's jump between pages, I guess. I think it worked. We're on page 120 now. It's a little more pleasant here, don't you think? Tian, don't you wanna... You don't wanna keep doing this, do ya? No, I don't. No, but I really don't have a choice. Do you think the client knew this was your book and sent you here on purpose? I don't think he cares either way. Help me, let me out. Who's that? Another victim? Let's go find out. The cabinet is locked. Some papers. The portrait is clearly not a modest man. Sure, where's the basement, though? How do we access it? I think there's something behind that portrait. Hey, anybody? Hey, Jonathan, guys? That's how we reach the basement. You look at the empty cell. The scratches on the floor and chains hanging from the walls make this a frightening place even without. I wonder where a monster is in this time. I think we're better off not running into him. It looked like he was ready to kill you right there and then. Do you think the new author made him like that? No, nothing's changed there. Oh. But he's not supposed to hurt the other characters. You examine the manacles on the walls. This change in him bothers me. Use the crowbar, right. And then there's this door. Which does not take me outside. Here's what's ruining the staircase in the future. Looks like there's a water pipe leak. The pipes are indeed leaking badly. The smell of dampness lingers in the air. You examine the small crack in the pipe. You instinctively clench your fists, preparing yourself for the burning pain from your shackles. It's like the master didn't want to let anyone out. Let's not do it now. Wait, where's the lady? Is anybody there? Help me, Jonathan? The voice is coming from behind those shelves. I hear it. Hello there. Oh my god, who are you? That's not important. Alright, my hands. She draws your attention to the handcuffs. How'd you end up here? My brother and I were looking for something. Oh my god, Jonathan is still around here somewhere. Promise me you'll find him. We'll see. By the way, you haven't seen any gears around here, have you? Big ones for a clock. No, sorry. It's okay. Although, when I was searching the study upstairs, I found a secret compartment in the desk, but it was empty. What do you mean, searching? Hold on, what do you mean by searching? Did I say searching? I must have misspoke. Alright, I'll check it out later. You finished fiddling with the handcuffs and the girl is finally free. Thank you. Well, I think it's time to get out of here. I'll take care of your brother. The girl nods briefly. She looks around the room for a second, and with barely noticeable disappointment disappears behind the door. More of your characters. They seem fairly well written. Really bad at lying, though. No, I don't know her. Ha. Plain writing desk stands against the wall. There's nothing of interest on the desk or in the drawers, not in this time at least. Not in this time at least. Why is it in the... anyway. Not this time at least, right? I don't know. Check the chest. An empty box that smells like tobacco. One of the master's letters, it's an invitation to a ball hosted at this mansion. That's his study. This is the mansion master's study. If it's so sparse, apparently whoever rewrote your book didn't know much about creating pleasant settings. I don't think it's all that bad. Oh. These gears won't fit. This should allow me to craft shit. The cabinet is locked. We can pick the search the desk. Old documents are scattered across the desk, and the desk's only drawer is completely empty. Examine the secret compartment. You notice the bottom of the drawer has a strange edge. You press lightly on the bottom and discover an impressively large secret compartment. This could fit a whole gear. It could, if someone had put one in here. Should we check out this desk in another time, since it had to be here at some point? So... Alright, we should be able to craft something now. What do we craft, though? Let's go for these two now. Which means we can access the boxes now. Wasn't there another place where I could use the crowbar? Pry open the boxes. Right, that's nothing. A lot of healing, that's for sure. The stairs on the second floor will rot away in the future. Yeah, but the lady won't be able to escape then, right? You just need a little bit, it's not a huge hole. You place a small drop of your ink on the crack in the pipe. The ink slowly takes on the appearance and properties of metal. Come on, faster. I think that's it, the crack's gone. You exhale and pull up your sleeves to look at your hands. Are you alright? Yeah. It's best not to show what you see to Roderick. You push your sleeve, wet with blood, back into place. We should go check on the staircase in the future. Alright, we're lucky the guy who runs the place is in here. That's for sure. Check the lock. Okay, so far mostly trash. Do we travel again? Go to 2000. Hey, look, it worked. The staircase is fixed. Let's go see what's left of the second floor. Wait, now we also have a few more items, don't we? Ah, right. Cut the twine. Can't do that right now. Alright. Moving on. Well, at the very least, we get a treasure chest, so... Small table. Right, the place looks very dilapidated. Examine the secret compartment. You press lightly on the bottom to discover impressive large secret compartment. Bingo! One of the gears you're looking for is inside. Too bad it's just the one. Sure. Examine the gear. It's old and rusty and has some kind of demonic face engraved on the surface. What the fuck? Let's go put it in the clock. And then we'll look for the rest. Also, we have to save that ghost brother, who should be somewhere in the past. So much to do. Interesting. A man is standing in the hallway holding a strange walkie-talkie and flipping various levers on it. Maria, come in. Damn it, Maria. The only sound coming from the walkie-talkie is static. The man taps it angrily as though hitting it will help. Yeah, I think you notice the man's police hat. The man suddenly turns around and you see that his face is made of paper. Stop right there, breathing heavily, measuring you with his eyes. He raises the walkie-talkie to his face. For the record, during a routine patrol, Sergeant Kiko Bryce encountered an unlicensed bookwalker. To hell with you. He notices that the walkie-talkie still isn't working. How can I help you? State your name at the very least and remove your disguise. Why the hell aren't you saying anything? State your name and I'll note it down as mitigating circumstances. Don't make me use force. My name is Robert Potter. I mean James. Yeah, James Potter, I mean. For the record, the unlicensed bookwalker refuses to state his name and is lying to the officer. He's also concealing his face behind a mask. Take that off right now. Maybe it's best if we do what he says. If he finds out who I am, he'll find me in reality, and that'll be the end of me and you. We kinda don't have a choice, do we? I don't know what the problem is, officer. I'm a licensed walker, and I'm here by order of my publisher. Oh yeah, and who's this publisher that sends their employees into books that haven't been pulled from stores? Well, we have a special kind of publisher. The man starts striding towards you, unbuttoning his uniform jacket as he approaches. You raise your fist, preparing to defend yourself. It's too bad Maria's not here. She really loves spitting up thugs like you. For the record, commencing neutralization. Disable skill? What? Whoa. Man, this guy pulls no punches, huh? Bruh? Finally. Now we can drain him. The man looks at you angrily. Damn you, fine. Maria will deal with you later, thief. The man instantly disappears as though he was never there, but the bruises on your body say otherwise. Damn, this is really bad. I can't imagine. Disobeying the righteous police is one thing, but fighting the police. Attacking a police officer plus stealing from a book that is still under a license. It's not 30 years, of course, but you could definitely get 5 to... Why do we get 30 in the first place? So not even close to what you were accused of. What in the world did you do, Etienne? Hold on, you also said you hadn't finished the book when they arrested you, which means something happened here, in this mansion. And it has something to do with the mansion's master and someone named Amanda. How about we get down to business before that policeman gets here with backup? True that. Do we have enough to craft the, Yes, great. Any extra things? Lovely. Never have too many of those. Alright, check the door. Cut the twine. Think there's something useful in there. Well, no, definitely not. Definitely not a... Right, we got the gear, so we should be able to travel somewhere else now. I'm gonna guess that the actual fight we're gonna have, the final fight, is gonna be against 2 of these guys. The weighted clock rests on the pedestal. Insert a gear. You put the first gear. You hear the furious cries of the mansion's master coming from the basement. You think that will help you, Etienne? You don't even know what the clock does. How did he know we were... We need to find the other 2 gears, but let's speed things up a little. I feel really uncomfortable in this place. I thought you'd be glad to be back in your... No, I'm not, and this isn't my book anymore. They twisted and destroyed everything they could here. I wish I could burn this whole book to ashes. Alright, let's start with that girl's brother. Maybe he knows something, since as far as I can tell, they investigated all this already. We didn't see him in the past. Can you jump even earlier? Yeah. Alright, even earlier. 90. I guess today is our lucky day. So many jumps and we're still in one piece. Once piece. Once piece. Maybe it's because you're so skillful. Stop it. Hey, sorry, I'm just trying to lighten things up a little. Thanks for trying. Wait, what? There's no stick? Huh? That's odd. One of the master's letters, it's charred and it's addressed to his lover Amanda. What the what? Planks? What's this? There isn't supposed to be a passageway here. I guess the master is building a secret room. The mansion's master wouldn't tear down this wall himself. He's a well-off aristocrat. His servants should be around here somewhere. It's probably their work. I don't see any servants in this time. Looks like the new author took them out of the plot. Do you think they put them in another book? Of course not. No one in their right mind would take a character out of the book. That breaks one of the most serious writer's laws. They probably just got erased. Huh. We need to search this place in different times, since there might be a secret passage here. Alright. Well, fucking... No... sure. Duh, Sherlock, I guess. The same age. Pharaohs, they smell like wine. What, do these clocks... A balcony. Oh, let me guess, that's where we use the plank. Can you jump it? You look down through the hole at a dried up thorn bush. How about we look for something to put over the hole? Alright, hope it holds. Another desk. A plain writing desk stands against the wall. There's no way it's not important since it was behind bars. Examine the desk. You open the only drawer, but it's empty. So, if we assume the author rewriting someone else's books isn't particularly intelligent, then it's obvious. You push on the bottom of the drawer and open a secret compartment. Another false bottom. You thought process is good, but it's still empty. Feel around inside the drawer just in case, but you don't find anything. Am I missing something? Do I need to check another time again? Maybe we should search the other rooms. We haven't checked them all yet. Okay. Maybe we can unlock the thing from here. There's a key sticking out of the door. I thought you should take that. It might come in handy another time. Ah. Alright, yeah, it sure will come handy. That's definitely gonna be handy. Okay. So what, we've discovered there's a secret pathway, and then we also discovered Must didn't want to let anyone out. Another time. For 1995. And what we're gonna do is gonna look behind the portrait. Yo! So you walk with books, bookworm, or... Yeah. The story here is amazing. This painting caught my eye right away. I figured there must be a hiding place behind it. Why didn't you say something right away? I don't know. Well, we definitely know what's behind the painting. Now, how do I open it? You look behind the painting and see that it's mounted on vertical runners set into the wall. I think it slides upwards. Lift the painting. You push gently and the picture slides upwards. A teenage boy is standing in the middle of the room, covering his face with his hands in fright. Hey, let's talk. Don't kill me. We're not associated with your kidnapper. Are you Jonathan? Yes. The kid lowers his hands and tries to get a glimpse of you in the light. Well, we kinda are, but not in the way you think. Damn, that's a cool mask. I told everyone we should wear masks for this job too, but they just laughed at me. So you guys are just a bunch of thieves, right? Your sister asked me to find you. Sister, I don't have a sister. Oh, what the fuck? Well, that's what she told us. Hold on, was she a short girl, Samantha? She's still here. No, we helped her get out. It was her idea to rob this mansion. She promised us there was a ton of loot inside. But all we found was running walls and that psycho. So you guys are thieves. How many of you? 6, but 3 ran away right at the beginning and we saw him kill one. Well, I'd say they definitely did some work on your character here. He's not mine anymore now. You can still fix him, right? I'm afraid not. So you're thieves. Not really. We're more like, well, yeah, we're thieves. Okay, I'm something of a thief too. Whoa, the kid looks at you like he's found his new hero. By the way, have you seen any gears, big ones around here? Gears, no. Are they valuable? Not really. If you checked the desk with the secret compartment in the storage room already, then check the master's study. I think he had something in both places. We actually already found a gear in the master's study, but nothing in the storage room. He's got this crazy thing set up with a double false bottom. Did you get it open? Double false bottom? Yeah, first you open the false bottom and then there should be another one under that. My god, we went through all that just for... Alright, time to go back and check out this double false bottom quickly. Thanks. He gets up off the floor and glancing around leaves the room. Alright. Going to keep you tabbed up, jumping on to play myself. Nice. What? A familiar dark blue police uniform appears in your peripheral vision. However, the woman in the uniform seems completely calm and collected. I'm Sergeant Maria Glowitz, the woman says casually, tapping on the badge on her chest. You're under arrest on suspicion of plagiarism and attacking a police officer. She pulls on dark leather gloves. I advise you to stop resisting and come with me. And if I don't, then I will have no choice but to use force. She balls her hands into fists and grins slightly. Well, in that case, I apologize for making you use force. You're all out your shoulder, limbering up. Disable skill. Alright. Done. That's like whatever. I can just keep blocking this. Drain ink. Drain ink! Don't you dare. Fucking hell, but we got her, basically. That was a male voice, though, but anyway. Maria is breathing heavily. She's leaning to the side, but manages to somehow keep her balance. This isn't over, thief. The whole police force will come looking for you. Before you can blink, Maria Glowitz disappears from the book. Are you alright? I've been better. You straightened the crumpled papers on your face. Wait, but no way! I took no damage! What do you mean, crumpled shit? There's nothing's crumpled over here. Anyway, if memory serves me, in this timeline we couldn't access the storage door, right? Yes. What if we try... Ah, wait, no. Huh? Plain writing desk. Search the desk. Quickly find what used to be a hiding place. False bottom is sideways inside a drawer. It's empty. We should check in the past. Alright. Let's travel to another timeline. Or, not timeline, more like... Well, yeah, to the past, I guess. Go to another time... 9090. There's no way it's not important since it was behind bars. Examine the desk more closely. Remember what the kid said about the double false bottom. Because the new author is more clever than I thought. I mean, to come up with a double false bottom really takes a higher level of thing. Okay. Oh yes. You open the second false bottom of the drawer and take another gear out of the compartment. One less gear to find. Time to go back to the clock. Yeah, let's go. The weighted clock rests on the pedestal. If we go to the latest time we can to put the gears in, what if something happens to the clock over the course of the years? The weighted clock rests on the pedestal. The latest time, right. Have I searched everything, or am I missing something? Wait, let me check behind the portrait. Examine the painting. The painting was taken down from rusty metal runners and is now leaning against the wall. You see a door behind the painting, but you won't be able to open it while painting is in the way. Move it. The painting turns out to be extremely heavy. You can't pick it up, but you manage to pull it towards you and move it to the side. Stack of letters. A charred love letter addressed to Amanda, signed by Etienne Quest. Oh? Because now we know. That's it, huh? Nothing else. Alright then, let's get the hell out of here. But before that, let's squeeze out that ink. Still not enough. We're doing fine though. Before I insert a gear, I'm gonna grab a drink or something. Alright, sorry for that delay. Ah. I can keep playing now. Alright. The weighted clock rests on the pedestal. Go to another time, insert a gear. There it goes. You put the second gear into the clock. Now we just need to find the third one, and the clock should start working again. Etienne? You asked about Amanda, the wife of that maniac in the basement. But there's some things I was able to figure out using my powers of deduction. Ooh. So you created Amanda and her husband and the cute little story of their cozy backwoods mansion. And then you and Amanda started to get, well, close. What gives you that idea? Back when we were in the car, you told me you always try to make your characters realistic and well-developed. My guess is that Amanda turned out exactly that way. Your powers of deduction, or whatever you said, are pretty good. But then you took Amanda somewhere, and that's the part I don't understand yet. Where could you have taken her? There's no trace of her in the book. Wait, you didn't? You took her out of the book. I get it. The things you do for love, but... Etienne, you do realize you're not just messing with writer's law, but with more serious laws, human laws. I'm paying the price for that now. You raise your shackled wrists. In any case, we both knew that what we were up against and what would happen to us. So that's what they arrested you for, 30 years for what you did. Broke one of the most serious writer's laws, extracted a character who then turned into a real, living human. What the hell? Where's Amanda now? Do you live with her? In the end, we broke up. Despite everything you went through. Indeed, so getting back your ability to write, it's probably the one thing in my life that I can at least try to fix. So that's why I agreed to take on these jobs. Bam. Lose something, Etienne? The mansion's master is holding the final gear. Damn it. So, where's Amanda? The man is trying to incredibly hard to stay calm, his head tilted slightly to the right. Where is my wife? The man pauses for a second, tilting his head to the left. I can't be forgetting her. I can't. He starts rubbing his temples furiously. We don't need to bring up Amanda. Just let me try and help you. Let me try and rewrite you the way you were before. Are you sure? What about your shackles? Damn, you're right. The man continues to rub his temples, his eyes unfocused. I remember her, with you, and now I can't find her anywhere. He looks at you, his head slowly tilting to the right again. At the same time, his minor attack of confusion passes, and his anger rises up in its place. Bring her back. I can't. You stole Amanda from me and left me here alone. Then someone else came. He did something to me. I didn't want to kill anyone. This is a different part. His head tilts to the left again. You notice his clothes are stained with fresh blood. Wait, why do you have that go? Did he get to her? Gritting his teeth. Clenching his teeth. Damn thugs. I'll never forgive them for what they did to you. You're supposed to be... Bang! The blow hits you in the chest. Ugh. Etienne! The man tucks the gear away inside his shirt. Then he starts cracking his knuckles. Let me try. Maybe I can rewrite at least something in you. Oh, don't you worry. Now he loosens his shoulders. I don't need help. I certainly enjoy my newfound powers. He clenches his fists tightly. Disable skill. Alright. No shield. Wow. Wait, what the fuck? He performs two actions at the same time? That's crazy. Whoa, wait, what? For real? So even if we stun him... The shield is not coming back, though. What the fuck? I can't pop the bottle for some reason. Why? Why is it grayed out? What the fuck? Oh god, this is really bad. breathing heavily. Is that all you've got, you bastard? The man's injuries start healing before your very eyes. At the same time, you hear the gears in the clock make a clanking sound. It's as though they're trying to start working, but can't because the last gear is missing. What the... What the band just happened? Remember what I said about the inscription on the clock? And how it's connected to its master. I figured that out. While the clock is stopped, nothing can hurt its master. You spot the last gear lying on the floor between you and the reanimated monster. It seems to have fallen out of his short while you were fighting. You raise your eyes to the man and he looks back at you with a venomous smirk. Just try. You charge forward, but the instant your hand touches the gear, the man grabs you, and you soon find yourself in a tight chokehold. No luck? Whispering with effort. Drop down. Head bottom. Head bottom. You thrust your head backwards. The man recoils for a second, which is enough time for you to free yourself from his grip. With one swift movement, you grab the gear from the floor. Damn it! In an instant, you're standing by the clock. Put it in quickly. Put the gear in without looking. Alright, do it. Without a second glance, you push the gear down. Fortunately, you got it right in the correct spot. The clock immediately starts ticking. No! The man grabs at empty air in a final attempt to stop you. Etienne! He grabs his head as a shudder passes through his body. He begins to age rapidly, and the injuries from his previous fights, not only the one against you, start reappearing all over him. No! He swings his arms helplessly, then starts dissolving into dust. You watch it all happen silently, until there's nothing left of the monster except a pile of ashes. My god. But now what? Nothing. You walk up to the character's ashes, digging around until you find a small crumpled piece of paper. You quickly rip it in two. You just... I've had enough. You pick up the clock and get ready to jump out of the block. We can talk about all this, Etienne, if you want to talk. Well, it's a good thing it always comes in the right form factor, isn't it? Did you get the item? Shove it. What? Ugh. I can't keep this up anymore. Two minutes later. What the? 2 minutes later, you say. Nothing's changed here. Hello? There's an urgent job. I'm not. No, you're taking it. I think I've had enough. I don't want to do this anymore. Etienne, it's your last job. You knew what book that was. And you specifically sent me to steal from it? I'm just the middleman, Etienne. I don't pick the jobs. I don't care. You can take your job and go to hell. Calm down and listen to me. Finishing these jobs is your only chance at getting your abilities back. I know you know this. You can't work with this sentence. 30 years is just an impossible amount. Your publisher betrayed you. Your liver left you. It's time to take back what you're owed. How do you... Etienne, you're only a single step away from freedom. Fine. Excellent, excellent. The order is at your door. Interrupt enemy action. Heal on use, increase shield duration. Alright.
It's easier to get a new one.
I need to put this on the desk. Alright, what's the final one? Sand. The Heart of Sand. An excerpt from a book review, and so I was expecting a significant emphasis on classism, on the difference between the lives of people in the Upper District and the train-dwelling nomads. However, in writing the Upper District as a sort of retirement home rather than an upper-class sector, the author avoids these themes, which I found immensely disappointing. The contractor agrees to infiltrate Heart of Sand by Samantha Murray and extract an item, the weather controller. The client agrees to pay the negotiated sum upon fulfillment of the contract. So we literally get the next job 2 minutes after, huh? Alright, let's go. You decided to keep working. Seems I don't have a choice. After everything that happened, how did they manage to convince you, or has another month passed since I saw you? They spent a whole month convincing you? Not quite that long. You literally had to erase your own character. I'll write a new one. Ah, yes, I forgot about your feelings towards characters. I don't have any feelings towards characters. Just because Amanda left you doesn't mean that all characters are now bad. She has nothing to do with it. I really thought about giving it all up. But the client is right. I need to finish my last job. Even if what we're doing makes me feel sick. If they get rid of my shackles, I can write my own book. Putting this all behind me. Looking at the floor. Tired. Just help me finish this one last time. What are we looking for? A weather controller. A device that can control the weather. Seems so. It would eventually come in handy here. You look around. The air feels like it's at least 100 degrees, if not 120. Okay, let's get to it. The tag on the coat says Pete Jenkins. Small light is blinking on the radio panel next to a worn-out accept call button. Old equipment covered in sand. You see a steel plate with the number 42 and next to the speaker. Push the button. You hear static over the radio. Linda Jr. speaking. I'm taking over for the senior meteorologist too soon, unfortunately. The voice belongs to a very young man, but sounds confident, as though he's been giving commands over the radio his whole life. Is anybody between lines 10 and 40? That's not us, right? Who knows? Is anybody between... No, we're 42, right? And I think we're in range, maybe? You're breaking up. What's your number? 42. Got it. Pete Jenkins, correct? I think Pete's, I don't think Pete will be making radio contact anytime soon. Is his body nearby? There's a skeleton in the chair. Thanks, I've noted that in the log. Must have been the dry storm last week that got him. In a week, he turned into a complete fucking skeleton? What kind of storm did you say? Congratulations, you are the new operator of 42, so I'm obliged to inform you that there's a death storm forecast between lines 10 and 40, so you should head towards town. You can take shelter here. A death storm, alright, I'll try and get the train moving. Good luck. Outside. I wonder what happens if I move somewhere. Oh no. What do you see? There's an oil bug inside. It ate everything. Something skitters around inside the tank. Can we skip the bugs? Is there no way we can get to town without the train? Where, are you afraid of bugs? Hey, get out of the tank. Knock harder in the tank. Suddenly an oil-eating bug jumps out of the tank. Grab the bug. The bug's 3 sets of legs scramble at your hands. It's clearly displeased. Ew, drop it. I might need it. If you put the book in the most secure pocket of your jacket, you doubt you'll actually need it, but you're enjoying Roderick's reaction. What? No! That wasn't the reason. The tank is empty of both oil and bugs. Let me guess. If I walk somewhere else, I'm just gonna die. Where are you going? Let's figure out what's wrong with the train first. Alright. Well, we kind of figured out, though. Out of fuel. Out of operators. You know. Robot. Ah, come on. That's it, huh? Right. Add oil. The tank is small and the canister fills it almost to the brim. It's definitely enough to get you to town. Start the train. Examine the old photo. It's a photo of a woman with her blonde hair and a ponytail. It could be the former operator's daughter or maybe his wife. The train's control panel covered in levers and buttons. Start the train. I think it's running. The death storm is approaching. Hurry. Anyone out past 10 miles? Train 42, what's the problem? You're barely moving. He's right. We got the train started, but it's barely moving. We'll figure it out. What do you mean we'll figure it out? Doesn't look like we're figuring it out. Fuel panel. You're looking at the fuel panel. All indicators seem normal except one. Cylinder 3 pressure. Open the top of the panel. There's a greasy note on the other side. Read the note. Whoever gets this train next, I hope it's not you, Pete, you moron. The pressure in cylinder 3 has some stability issues. Sorry about that. Actually, no, I'm not going to apologize. By the time you're reading this, I won't care anymore. Deal with it yourself. Just kidding. Try hitting the panel. That usually works for me. Good luck with the train. Well, you should definitely be able to do that. Hit the panel lightly. Something inside clangs. Something cracks. The train starts slowly picking up speed. Well, that wasn't so hard. You pick up the radio. Great work, 42. I can see you're picking up speed. The weather has been all sorts of crazy lately, even here in town. Yesterday, a sorrow storm almost slammed us, and we haven't had one of those in 100 years. Do those storms usually miss the town? Of course, only the joy storms make it here. What? The rest usually passes by. Like someone's controlling them, right? You can almost feel Roderick winking at you. What could affect the weather like that? I don't know. This all started after our senior meteorologist died. Come on, ask him about the weather controller radio. It's obviously in town. Have you ever heard of a weather controller? A what? It's a device that controls the weather. Ha ha ha. Is this a joke? I don't think he knows anything. Yeah, I guess the senior meteorologist had the controller, and everything started getting messy. Yes, precisely. We should ask around about him in town. If only we had something like that, my god. We'd certainly be well off. Alright, I see you're pulling in now. Good luck in town. Until next time, jokester. Alright, let's go to town, literally. Gate guard. Guard is trying to unsuccessfully open the door of the train. He notices you. Hi there, he glances briefly at your face, but apparently decides not to ask. The guy here is causing a little traffic jam at the gate. Poor man got caught in a fear storm on his way here. I'm not getting anywhere with them, but I have to make sure everyone is in town before the storm comes. Can we leave the train here and go into town? I'll try and talk to him. Go ahead and try, but be gentle. It's not the poor guy's fault what happened. Try and open the door quietly. Hey, who's messing around with the door? I'm warning you, I'm armed. Hey friend, you there? Yes. Come down now. I'm from train 42. Jenkins? Is that you? Jenkins' dead friend. Jenkins is... Did you kill him? No, no, no. It was one of these storms, apparently. I don't believe you, murderer. I don't think there's a peaceful way out of this situation. You lean your whole body onto the door. You hear the mechanisms inside start grinding against each other. Just a little more. Come on, push. I think the lock's open. The door easily slides to the side. A thin man is sitting in the corner of the locomotive, arms covering his head. Get closer. Hey, friend. The man lifts his head. When he sees your face, his eyes start widening slowly. Ah, damn. Has there been even a single time when your appearance actually helped us in a situation? The man's eyes are still widening. Does it always just create more problems for us? Let me think. The man's eyes are as wide as they go. Now his mouth begins to open. No, it hasn't helped, not even once. I already told you, it's a disguise. The man lets out a piercing shriek and runs out of the train. You see him head into the desert right towards the Oh. Well, you definitely solved the problem, in a way. Fuck. Well, I can't see you get the result I wanted. Sorry. Well then, I'll move this train along and then yours after. In the meantime, go up to customs and get your paperwork straight. Looks like I'm not that good at diffusing these situations. The inspector is sitting in the cold dark office. He looks up at you and in a bored voice says, "Train number 42. The inspector digs through some papers. Are you Ronald Miles? No. Did you find the body of Ronald Miles? No, I found the body of Pete Jenkins. After Miles, it was transferred to Jenkins. And now, I didn't kill him. My name is Etienne. My name is Bob. My name is Bob. Yeah, Bob Bobson. I'll write that down. Wearing a shabby coat with a strange, rusty cage hanging around his neck. It's not shabby. His face, he looks at you, then looks down again, and is apparently disfigured. Oh ho ho! You aren't too good looking yourself. The inspector doesn't react. Here's your ticket. He hands you an old yellow ticket, which looks like it's been passed around for years. One standard town visit, 2 hours. Only 2 hours. You must sell all possessions belonging to the train's former operator before you leave town. Make that your top priority. I thought they were mine now. The inspector looks at you silently, trying to understand whether you're joking or you really don't know how things work around here. The train is yours. The possessions are the people's. And what happens if I can't sell them all in 2 hours? The items will go to the people. Alright, thanks. Go on through. A young woman is talking to one of the travelers who passes her a strange half-empty bag. Extend my time by 1 hour, please. He hands over the bag and quickly turns away. Hold on. The man freezes, tilting his head. Just who do you take me for? There's not even enough sand here for 15 minutes. She shakes a small pile of red sand out into the palm of her hand. Are you up to your old tricks again? Do I need to call the guard? No, please. 15 minutes is fine. Let me just catch my breath, and I'll be on my way. The man slowly retreats. The woman turns to an empty hourglass in one of the niches on the wall. Damn beggars, she pours the sand from her hand into the hourglass. Then she picks up her radio and you hear a crackling sound coming from speakers, echoing all over the town. Peters, train 124, 15-minute extension. She puts the radio back on her belt, then reaches out a hand to you without looking. I'm looking for the meteorologist. Give her her ticket. Okay, yellow. She takes out a new hourglass and pours in enough red sand to reach the second mark on the side. Then she puts it in one of the empty niches on the wall. 2 hours, starting now. Good luck in town. Two inspectors are standing by the train discussing something. I don't get it. Why don't you like the auction idea? We always sell empty trains at auction. This heap of scrap wouldn't even make it a few miles. It's not a train auction, it's a premeditated murder of one of our people. It needs to be taken off the tracks and scrapped. Janine has enough work as it is. She just got started on all those electronics. It will be next year before she gets around to the train. Why would we keep it until then? Just have someone take the train and leave. They can ride around, maybe fix the parts and fix it. Find the parts and fix it themselves. I can't believe how stubborn you are. The guard storms into the train and you hear a sharp metallic clang. Then the man comes back with something in his hand. See this? Fine. He rolls his eyes. This is the damn brake handle. Should it be here in my hand, or should it be holding the train in place? Let me at least go through his stuff myself. The inspector suddenly notices you and scowls. Hey, how are you doing here? Get away from the train? Nothing to spend. Get away from the train. Planning to rob the train, are ya? What about your custom of giving out possessions to the people? Don't be a smartass. Do you want the whole guard force to know what you did to Max? Threaten him. Well, do you want the guards to know you're robbing a train? The inspector takes a step forward, but the other inspector puts a hand out to stop him. You'd better get lost. He hesitates for a moment, then reaches into his pocket and takes out a bag of sand. Forget everything you heard. Take the bag, demand more. I don't have a choice to just tell him to fuck off, huh? That's not enough, 2 bags. The inspector looks at you with cold rage in his eyes. Don't get greedy, Brad. Take what you're offered before we change our minds. Please don't get involved. Fine. Now get out of here. Don't interfere. The inspector turns around and loses interest in you. Bag of red sand. Spice melange-esque sand, I suppose. Time runs out like sand through your fingers in this town, literally. Oil bug. A type of desert bug that likes hiding in machinery where it can feed on oil for weeks. This merchant is desperately trying to get your attention. His smile reminds you of late-stage insanity. Hey man, come over here. You got any sand? No, I'm looking to earn some myself. Oh well, I can't help you with that. I've been selling my heart out, but I still don't even have enough sand to fix my train. You look at the melon seller's train. There are a lot of things in this world you would call rundown, but everything you've seen up until now is sparkling clean compared to this train. And my time's running out. I have half an hour left in town. All because of those damn guards. They gave me a penalty, those dogs. What am I supposed to do? My wheel is busted. You notice the train's front wheel is sitting at a 45-degree angle. He doesn't need to worry. With a wheel like that, there's no getting that train out of here in any case. Yeah, I agree. A middle-aged woman is resting on the stoop of her train. A basin of laundry children's clothes sits at her feet. She stares at your train for a moment. She sighs, then leans against the train door, which buckles slightly under her weight. So you're from train 42, huh? Did you know the previous operator? Jenkins? Yeah. He was my husband. Oh. She gets up heavily and starts hanging the laundry, as if nothing had happened. I'm sorry. Are your hands clean? I said I didn't kill him. Pass me the clothes. She nods at the basin and the diapers inside. Her nod sends ash flying from her cigarette into a pair of men's pants hanging on the line. Enter a pair of children's pants. Enter a sheet from the basin. She shakes out the sheet and throws it over the line. What's your business in town? Got stuff to sell? She blows her cigarette smoke upwards to keep it off the sheet. Yeah, your husband's possessions. Things. Just random things. Nothing interesting. Woman ashes her cigarette, and you see her glance quickly at you as she takes the sheet. So, Jenkins' possessions. Do you need me to... Pass her a bunch of socks. You pile a few socks from the basin together and give them to the woman. But the woman doesn't turn around to take them from you. She stands with her back to you, not speaking. The woman's shoulders tremble, but it's barely noticeable. Sorry. The greenery on this train's roof is quite striking. By local standards, you're looking at a very well-kept train. Examine the train in silence. It looks like the train has been washed recently. The metal and glass are gleaming, and the thin layer of newly settled dust just looks like an elegant decoration. Green stems sway on the roof. You see Kalanchoe, Haworthia, and tons of other plants that you don't recognize. I'm sorry, did you need something? I wanted to ask, do you know how I can get into the upper district? I heard the meteorologist lives there. You can only get in once you retire, and I think you still have a while before that happens. I do too. How do I get in there now, today? The woman shrugs silently and looks towards the way out of town. Running your eyes over the locomotive, you notice an old trailer with dried up branches sticking out of the leaky roof. Ask the woman about the trailer, take a closer look. Ask the woman, aren't you afraid your old trailer might fall right off? The woman continues to look towards the way out. Yeah, the trailer is quite old. If it falls off, well, it falls off. The corners of the woman's mouth turn up and she shakes her head. What's in the trailer, meteorologist? That's what she does. What do you do? It's as though the woman doesn't hear your question. She just stares silently watching. Just when you think she is not going to answer, she starts to speak. I'm making it through life, day by day. I meant the plants. Oh, the plants. I used to enjoy nurturing life. The woman looks at the old trailer and stiffens for a split second. You see all the muscles in her face tense, but in an instant the illusion passes. Ask about what's inside. Things, old things, ancient things, toys. Why are you carrying them around? I thought it was better to travel light in the desert. I don't know. I'd rather keep them with me. Something happened to her kid, huh? The woman frowns, but doesn't tell you to leave yet. Meteorologist. Do you know anything about the meteorologist? He tells us when storms are coming. Is that it? Do you know anything else? The woman turns her head to look you straight in the eye. You can't read her expression. I won't keep you any longer. Thanks. You turn to leave, but suddenly feel something crawling across your neck. Wow, I know Elisa. Seems like the old bug in your pocket is finally trying to escape. Swat it. You put your hand over your neck. Stop. Huh? Leave it with me. Okay. She walks over and opens the door of her train, picks something up, then returns to you. Here. She's holding 2 old dusty bags of sand in her open hand. 2 bags for this gross little bug? Is she insane? You won't hear me complaining. You carefully remove the bug from your neck and pass it to the woman. She gives you the 2 bags of sand. Thanks. The woman nods gently to you and then turns her attention to the bug. 1 bag is 15 minutes, right? Get out of here, outsider. That's a fun-looking train. Alright, some nice trash. You see a tall woman digging around in a pile of scrap metal. She picks up something that looks like an old computer case, then rakes out the microchips and wires as if they were parasites on the right piece of fruit. She tosses the cleaned-out computer into a pile to her left. Did you want something? Then she picks up a new one, not paying any particular attention to you. Do you need any help? She looks at the pile of scrap metal she still has to go through. For money, actually. For sand. The woman smiles. I'm getting paid pretty well for this. I don't want to share my earnings with anyone else. Who's paying you? Do they have more work? But maybe something a little less dusty. I'm not sure. She looks you over from head to toe. Stand up straight and puff your chest. Say how you are. I don't think they'll have any use for you. But you can go ask Mr. Nariano yourself. He lives in the middle of the square. Nariano, got it. He responds with a sour smile. How do I get into the upper district? What's that pipe? What's that pipe on the wall? Where does it go? What? Ah, this one. It's a secret. She gives you a quick glance, then continues ripping apart the computer. I'm great at keeping secrets. So am I. She looks you in the eyes for a moment, longer than it is comfortable. Ah, that's what we're looking for. We can crawl through and go straight to the upper district. There's a passage there. Now we just have to figure out what to do about this sewer guardian. You've got a lot of computers there. Yep. She's concentrating hard on her work. Where did they come from? She gives you a quick glance. Jenkins brought them in a week ago. He took up a whole warehouse full of electronics. Oh. Was Jenkins a nice guy? Was. Whoops. Oh, did I say was? I meant to say I heard he's a nice guy. No idea where you might have heard that, but definitely not in town. He's a real jerk. I hope he dies. Whoa. How do I get into the upper district? Do you know anything that might help? I don't know anything. Alright, let's get the hell out of here for now. Is this where the guy is who runs the place? Is this where he lives? Mr. Woods says, yeah, Neriano. Hey, Mr. Neriano, come out. The door slowly opens. A middle-aged man appears on the doorstep. He looks a little too clean for these surroundings and is holding a glass of something orange. He squints at you from the doorway, apparently not trusting you enough to talk face to face. I'm trying to find a way into the upper district. Good day. He says as you're silently. His gaze runs quickly over your clothes, pausing at the cage around your neck. He doesn't pay any attention to your face at all. The stranger leans against the door, finished with his assessment of you. Judging by the expression on his face, you got roughly a 4 out of 10. I'm trying to find a way into the upper district. Aren't we all? He gestures at the square around you. I don't plan on living there, just have to take care of one thing, that's it. One thing. What could there possibly be for you to do there? I need to get something. He waits for you to continue. Something important to me. How important? He gestures for you to continue. Oh, a man of business. I'd say about you look in your pockets. 1 bag of sand important. His face twists. 5 bags? He gestures again for you to continue. 7 bags. The man starts nodding, but his hand doesn't stop moving. 9.5 bags. 10. Now you're speaking my language. When a person wants something that badly. In a flash, the man transforms from a reserved aristocrat into a jolly businessman. Not a bad start to the day. Helping those in need, you might say. Haha. He steps forward and shakes your hand. I have things I can sell you. Could you tell me where I can get this much sand? Okay, I'll be back. Can you tell me, in our little town, people trade sand for other goods or services, or both. You just need to find what works for you. I have things I can sell you. I have possessions I need to sell off. How about I give them to you and you lower your price? I'm a man of business, you see. Dealing with the junk just doesn't fit my status anymore. But I'm sure you'll find buyers among all the visitors. Alright. Now we know why we need the bags. We only got 3 though. Only 3. Guards, animated old man? What do you mean animated old man? An old man is waving at you so furiously that it seems like his hand might fall off any second. No, get out of here. What do you mean? You were calling me over. So, go on, get. Up close I can see that you only have 30 minutes worth of sand. The old man waves his fist angrily. He doesn't look particularly dangerous, but he probably knows a few dirty tricks. The woman silently waves you away. Bookseller. Open suitcases are strewn around the train car. A man is washing something in a metal basin full of dark red water. He's washing so intently that you can hear the fabric ripping. Whoa. He has an impressively large fang from some unknown animal hanging around his neck. He stops washing and shoots you a mean look. A cage around your neck, is that some kind of new trend? You hear clear dislike in the man's voice. Let's keep going, we don't need any more problems. Is he washing out blood? Who cares, we're just passing by. Maybe I should tell, hey. Suddenly you feel a powerful yank down near your neck. You look down to see the man's wet hand grabbing Roderick's cage. I had a trendy friend once, always bragging about his sand bear fang. Damn it, you grab the cage too and pull it towards you. But I taught him some manners. 1 punch, 2, he looks at you with bloodshot eyes and keeps trying to pull the cage towards himself. The cage hinges start making an unpleasant crunching sound. Is that your neck? Help me, I'm being roughed. Try and knock him off his feet. The man easily dodges your attack and pushes you away from him. It appears the real fight is about to start. Alright, motherfucker, let's do this. So is he just gonna be spamming this shit? That's all he does. He just hits me. Well, we can go on like this forever, my friend. No enemies, confusion, 1 damage to all. This isn't gonna end well at this rate. Fuck. The man flies into the basin, which turns over with a crash, splashing its contents onto the ground. What a sick bastard. Are you okay, Etienne? Next time you're gonna be going in my pocket. Or even better, walking on your own 2 feet. Breathing hard, you carefully touch your neck. The string left an impressive welt on the back. Now it's none of your business, but we can't just let that psycho roam free. All the guards look for rope. They look at the suitcases on the ground and notice a photograph. 2 smiling men are standing in front of a locomotive. One of them, your attacker, has his arm around the other, who looks pale and tired. His shoulder is bandaged and he has a fang pendant around his neck. You toss the photograph aside. Oh, there's some rope. Tie the brawler. What are you doing? What's going on? He suddenly comes to and tries to stand up. The anger is gone from his voice and now he sounds scared. Don't explain anything, just knock him out. Nothing's going on, everything already happened. The man spots the photo on the ground, then his eyes move to the bloody clothes nearby. Suddenly his face changes. Henry, oh no. Did I do this? He falls to his knees, and for what? He looks at the 2 bags of sand on the ground, which fell out of his pocket during the fight. Get these away from me, I can't look at them. Seriously? He killed his bro for 2 fucking bags of sand? You pick up the bags of sand, the man falls to the ground and starts crying. Let's go, we should leave him be. Fucking hell. Alright, I definitely need some food. The sound that reaches your ears seems impossible in this desert world. Rustling pages, hundreds of pages. The table next to the woman's train is full of books with well-worn covers. Each one looks like it was taken out of an antique bookshelf. Hello, the young woman bookseller waves at you. Show her Jenkins' journal. I have something that might interest you. The bookseller tries to look uninterested, but you see her fingers trembling as you hand her Jenkins' journal. Notes, interesting. Yes, very interesting. Are these someone's memoirs? Wow, this is an absolute treasure trove. Have you read it? I thought it was just the old train driver's journal. Let me read some of it to you. Don't bother, I just want to sell it. I'll buy it. How much do you want for it? You look appraisingly at the bookseller. She's definitely hooked. Time to collect some sand for your work. 5? 5. Oof, I'd be glad to give you 5 bags of sand, but then I'd have to leave town right now, and I still have so many books to sell. Would you lower your price? Maybe I should have asked for 10, I don't know. 2 bags. Well, I wasn't planning on spending so much, of course, but that's a fair price. The bookseller disappears into her train, then returns with 2 bags of sand. They have yellow letters in a language you don't know embroidered on them. This is for good luck. Thanks. So you should have found out what was in that journal. It might have helped us understand this world better. I thought you could help me with that. I haven't heard much useful advice from you recently, by the way. Fuck, I didn't know I could read. Ah! Well. Wait, what? I wanna check the other books, though. No? Oh, well. Missed opportunity. Not buying anything. Leave. A prospector. Hey, are you a digger? A what? A digger? My hearing is fine. I'm asking you what that means. The man looks at you without blinking for 10 seconds or so. You're attracting suspicion again with your unnecessary questions. I'm not a local. I'm not from here. The man continues to look at you without blinking. This is the only town on our continent, possibly on the whole damn planet. Where the hell are you from then, if not from here? I left for a long time, and now I'm back, but I don't remember anything. A digger is someone who digs up buildings in the desert. Do you know what the desert is? Or is there no desert where you come from either? Right, a digger. They just called them something different back in my day. Yeah, I'm a digger. I was one of the best way back then. I find that hard to believe. Need work tomorrow. I want to dig up a building on Malta Street, but I can't do it myself. Of course, what's our plan? I started digging from the top, got from the 20th to the 7th floor, but the lower floors are hard work. The sand's packed tight, and it's a pickaxe job. I want to round up a few more people, then we'll move out at sunrise. Is there anything special there in that building? The man peers closely at you. It seems he's not sure you can be trusted. There was a gun store on the first floor of the building. The work is all that should concern you. I'll pay you, and what's in the building is none of your business. You in or no? I'll think about it. Think then. He throws his cigarette on the ground and turns away from you. Is he gonna start a riot in town when he gets his hands on weapons? No, he gets caught in the firestorm out on the road tomorrow. I should get going. A small but very strong chain is holding the crate shut. Can I go back to my train? Wait, I can't... Huh? Definitely not what I expected. We got 7, right? Yeah. Finally, the man's sleeve bears the letter CS next to an hourglass symbol. And you keep looking at the letter CS, trying to think of what it might stand for. Customs service. From the customs service, I just finished going over your stuff in here. You need to sell everything that belonged to Jenkins before your time in town is up. Anything you don't sell will be confiscated when you leave. Yeah, they warned me already. And that, he points at Roderick's cage, that's mine. Can I see the tag? Why would I put a tag on my own things? I don't have any tags. An item with no tag belongs to no one. If it belongs to no one, then it's not yours either. Sell it. He writes something in his notebook. What the hell? I'm not selling, my friend. He reaches for a radio on his belt and looks at you questioningly. Cool. Let's try and solve this peacefully. Fine, no problem, I'll sell. He nods and takes his hand off the radio. The customs officer tosses a folded up trading tent at your feet. Have you done this before? No. Unfolding the tent signals that you're selling goods. People will come and buy from you, and you'll make what profit you can. Hand in half the sand at the entrance. Do what you want with the rest. Good luck. Are we actually going to be trying to sell all this shit? Interesting, I still don't have most things on me. I'm gonna wake up and see if I can find anything that might patch me up or heal me or anything really. Thanks for washing the dishes. We just had a birthday party for my daughter and I'm absolutely exhausted. The children ate almost everything, but there's still some bread left, so help yourself and thanks again. Nice. Nice. Okay, now we can fight the fucker. An old man is waving at you so furiously. Walk over. What do you mean? Go on, get. I can see that you only have 30 minutes. Start rolling up your sleeves. Yeah. How about we do this some other time? Fine. Oh. So we can't trigger the guy. Okay. Two gods are sitting at the gate, playing with a strange game with stones. The guard on the left pretends not to notice you. The guard on the right isn't as good at feigning indifference. You see him casting quick glances at you. What do you want? Where are you guarding? Let me through. I need to go to the upper district. Where are you guarding? The men look at you, not speaking. Did you get blown in here by an idiot storm, pal? The guard on the right grunts. Don't bother us. And there you go, another crate. Alright, that's a wonderful discovery. Now we can do one of the two. We can craft a crowbar or... or pliers. Which one do we get? Seriously not sure. Which should we go with? Wait, need to be certain of it. This crate over here. Yeah, I need pliers. Let's go and get them. Wait, what? List of what? Good. There's a long list of names scratched into the wall, and each one is in different handwriting. A sharp nail hangs on a chain nearby. Looks like this is a list of the train's previous operators. There's dozens here. Is this some kind of cursed train? We're probably just in a dangerous place. Look at the end of the list. Last one is Ronald Miles. What about our dearly departed Pete Jenkins, who probably didn't even have time to add his name? Add his name? Poor man deserves this at least. Well, probably. We didn't know him after all. You take the nail from the chain and scratch Pete Jenkins' name into the wall. Not bad. What about yours? You are the operator now. Do you want people to forget about you too? I'd rather not. Signing my name in someone else's book doesn't sound like the best idea. Okay, let's see what's inside. It's, okay, oh, a container. Man, there's so many things to look at here, it's crazy. Oh. Found some sand, nice. And another crate. And now we can make a crowbar. And open up the other thing. And then we can go for this thing. And we got 8, right? We only need 2 more bags. You successfully opened the crates. Oh wait, I have everything I need then. But sure, let's sell shit too, because it sounds fun. The trading tent is ready. Time to sell off Jenkins's junk. Yeah. You brush sand off the tin. Notice passerby starting to look over more frequently. What do we have to sell? Everything left in the bag. Some weird gas cylinders. Empty. Just put them on the counter anyway. You keep rooting around in the bag. Some rags and a cup. I doubt I'll even get one bag of sand for this stuff. Oh, something else. Some kind of map. Yeah, I bet we can do something with that. You notice a customer approaching. Listen carefully and remember this. The man is quite clean cut. Probably from the upper district. Are you listening? Say that this map leads to something important. To treasure or whatever. What are you selling? The old man looks at the canisters interested. Just push the map. A bunch of junk. That's something special. Some might even call it a real treasure. The old man doesn't react. He probably hears that same story every day. I hope you don't mean these helium cylinders. He points to the cylinders on your counter. They're empty, by the way. Show him part of the map. Show him the whole map. How much will you give me for them? I could take them off your hands for free, so you don't have to take them to the scrap heap yourself. No way. Your choice. From part of the map. Continue. What more can I say? 10 bags of sand and the map is yours. I can't just pour out 10 bags for a map that leads to who knows where. It leads to treasure. Which treasure exactly? You tap on Roderick's cage. I'm thinking. A map to water, to a pile of sand, a pile of food, shelter? Well, a pile of sand, a shelter, water source? The old man takes a flask of water from his belt and suddenly takes a drink. What's that you say? He wipes his mouth on his sleeve. Alright, I think I read that they give out water for free in the upper district. That's my fault. Oh, my bad. Food, sand, shelter? You know about the shelter too. He ever so slightly looks around. Huh? There's a lot I know. You try to sound convincing. 10 bags you say. I'll give you 5, but if the shelter isn't there, I'll come back and give you 5 more. What? Wait, isn't there? Maybe I misread that. I think is there. Wax. Ah. Right to your head. With this, he shows you the small club on his belt. It's a deal. Great, we have some sand already. Yeah, well, I had it even before we had this little deal here. The old man's face turns sour. We got off to a bad start last time, but do you think you could end? Sand, do you have any sand? Nah, I'm just trying to find out. And keep walking, idiot, trying to waste my time. You know what? Let's help the guy with his wheel. A melon seller. The merchant's stare bores greedily into you. When you buy a melon, you look the merchant over rumpled clothes. Why is there a bag of sand at his feet? Warned the melon seller. He dropped something. What's that? You're not at the man's feet. He looks down mistrustfully and then pauses. Well, slap my train and call me a sand melon. How could I drop that bag? How did I miss that? Thanks, man. I'm almost lost it. You nod in response and walk away. You spend the next few minutes unable to shake the thought that you could have used that sand. That's it? A man appears in his doorway looking cheerful. He looks you over in search of the 10 bags of sand. Here's your 10 bags. My dear friend, wonderful, wonderful. He jumps down from the entryway like an excited child. May I? He looks at the bags, ignoring you. Let's see what we have here. He doesn't wait for permission. Wonderful. He counts the bags. He counts out 2, which he hands back to you. Give these to Janine, the woman who does salvage work at the scrap heap. Tell her Mr. Neriano sent you. He scoops up the remaining bags and starts to head back into his home. Hold on, so it only costs 2 bags to get into the upper district, and you're just keeping the rest for yourself, just because you know this Janine. It truly is a pleasure doing business with you, my dear friend. Come back anytime. It sounds like his real life, doesn't it? The woman has cleaned out at least 10 more computers since you were last here. The parts are lying next to her in neat piles. She notices the 2 bags of red sand you're holding. How's Mr. Neriano doing? We could have come to an agreement. Is 8 bags of sand better now? Hasn't lost his touch. Let's get to it. Hold on, once we leave, we won't be coming back here. How much do I have? But I don't have the tools, right? So, yeah, there's no point. Let's just... but we might craft some ink, I guess. Sure, let's get that ink. I wonder if I missed the tools somewhere. The lockpick might have come in handy. But irritated man. Wait. Have we talked before? Not buying anything. Leave. Bookseller. Alright, moving on. You're ready. Let's go. Train 42, your time is up. Prepare to leave town. I repeat. Well, looks like you're too late. Is that a joke? I already paid you. The damn guards are about to come looking for me, and you're... She looks at you silently, smiling. I'm kidding. Let's go. She clears away a small heap of scrap metal from against the wall to pull a lever there. It's open. I'd hurry if I were you. Thanks. The woman smiles again. It seems that the whole situation strikes her as comical. A little advice for you. Trust a bag of bricks. What? Huh? A bag of bricks. No going back now. Needless to say, it smells awful inside the pipe. It smells awful in here. This is just a drainage pit for the square. It's not the sewer system, so it could be worse. That doesn't make me feel better. The way forward is blocked by a pile of trash, boards, and rags that almost looks like a barricade. Take it apart. I don't even know where it starts. Try apart the boards, the trash bags. The trash bags. You try and pick up a trash bag, but the contents are too heavy. Dust pours out of the bag and gets in your eyes. Poke around the supports with your foot. One of the trash bags seems to be full of rocks or bricks. Trust a bag of bricks, right? You put your weight on the bag, then throw your other leg over the barricade of boards, but your pant leg gets caught on a nail sticking out of a board. Oh no. Free one of your hands and carefully unhook the nail. You shift your weight to your right hand and try to unhook your pant leg from the nail. I can't get it, damn it. Come on, you're so close. Your pant leg is free. You jump the rest of the way over the barricade and land your feet. You hear a voice over the radio somewhere up above. Final warning, Bob Bobson, operator of train 42, your time is up. Leave town immediately or your train will be confiscated. You were right, there's definitely no going back. Your path is blocked by another pile of wreckage. This one has tons of broken glass scattered around it. I'd be more careful here. Get a running start and jump over an obstacle. Painstakingly pick up the shards of glass. Alright. You pick up a nearby bucket and start tossing the shards. Another shard goes in the bucket. And another one. And another. Can't you go any faster? It will be nighttime soon. Your hand twitches and a small shard of glass embeds itself in your finger. Sorry, I thought you were done already. Straighten up, it looks like you are, in fact, done. Now you can try and jump over the obstacle. You get a running start. You begin to pick up speed. You keep running. Why aren't you jumping? I don't know. Ah, close your eyes, jump. Too late. Bang, damn. Are you alive? You broke down the whole barricade with your body. I felt it. Are you in one piece? I'm not sure. I think my shoulder is, you stand up with some difficulty. Fucking hell. Okay. Clearly not doing a great job here. I think this is the last barricade. Well, it's not like I can get any to it here. This is Lindaf Jr. speaking. A joy storm is approaching. It will hit us in 5 minutes. A joy storm. You could certainly use one of those. After this junkyard, even an ordinary storm would make me happy. The pile in front of you doesn't look particularly big. I don't even care anymore. Charge straight, examine the pile. It's a bunch of junk. I feel like you can probably just step over it. He's right. You carefully lift one leg over the pile and quickly find yourself on the other side. That was easy. Joy storm 3 minutes. Oh, come on, hurry and get it outside. Okay, let's see what's in this upper district. The Joy Storm has arrived. I repeat, the Joy Storm. Dad, is that you? You hear the sound of sand purring out. It's getting closer. Soon it envelops your whole consciousness. You're suddenly overtaken by such a strong emotion that you involuntarily lean forward. It's like you are drowning in a calm, relaxing sea. Peace and quiet. You turn your head to the left and see your sister standing behind you. You're happy. She is not in danger anymore. You turn to the right and see your brothers. They're sitting next to you, all 10 brothers and you. They're wearing strangely colored armor. You look down and see that you have the same armor on. You touch the armor, a piece flakes off, burning your hand. The images start to fade. The vision passes, and in its place you're filled with an unbelievably nostalgic sense of longing. Etienne? It's evening already? How long was I out? A pretty long time, long enough that I started to worry about you. Damn it, we need to hurry. So how was it? Strange, like I was home. I'd do that again. It's locked. Judging by the smell, someone inside is making soup. This poor guy is sitting on the ground, leaning against a wall. An idiotic grin is lighting up his face. Hey, you okay, friend? Marie, you're such a good girl, Marie. Looks like he's still caught in the joy storm. 2 minutes past 3:05. Finally, the man opens his eyes. Oh, need something, man? Thanks for not interrupting me. I really got caught up in that one. Hold on, why did your visions last so long when mine ended 10 minutes ago? Is this your first joy storm, man? Yeah, kind of. Here's some advice. Try not to move or look around too much. Concentrate on one thing and don't use up all your strength at once. That helps the visions last longer. Okay, got it. So what was it you wanted? I'm looking for the meteorologist's house. Looking for the sail, huh? Head straight south to the square and you should see the sail tent. But I wouldn't count on much there if I were you. Okay, thanks. Wait. The door is shut. Seems no one's home. The women look you over suspiciously. The man hasn't come out of the storm's clutches yet. What? Oh. Right. That does happen. Meteorologist's wife counter. You see devices lined up on a dusty counter. Are you out of your mind with prices like that, you old hag? An old man standing nearby calls out in the direction of the counter. A tired-looking woman is behind the counter, and you see the slightest flame of hope flare up in her eyes when she sees you. Another one. If you're just here to look with no money, then get lost. The counter is still surprisingly full. considering the meteorologist died a whole 3 days ago. Are you selling his possessions? Examine the counter in silence. The counter is covered in devices of all different sizes and complexities. Which one controls the weather? I don't know. The text says it's a device covered in switches and dials. They're all covered in switches and dials. How about we look at the most worn-out ones? That look like they've been used every day. There are 2 that fit that description on the left and right. Ask about the left one. How much for this one? 100 bags of sand. How much? My price is firm. My husband didn't make all of these devices or whatever by hand just for them to be given out for free. I paid 10 bags of sand as a bribe just to get in here, and for that I had to crawl through the sewer. A bribe? And you want 100 bags for some piece of junk? Just grab it and jump out of the block. We'll figure it out later. Where are you seeing junk here, you jerk? Get lost, I'm calling the gods. She grabs a radio attached to a pillar. Fuck. Just grab the devices, damn it, Etienne. Do it. You're the one who deserves to be arrested. 100 bags. You're insane. That's what I said. She's insane. You hear the old man shouting from behind you. You're not sure why he is still here. Hands up. They turn slowly and see 2 guards with their clubs raised and ready. That's him. He tried to steal my husband's possessions. Arrest him. I was just looking. Don't worry, miss. We'll handle this. Both guards start slowly walking towards you. Grab a device and throw it at the guards. Grab the first device you see and try to use it. Try to run away. I don't think running away is an option. You grab a random device off the counter and start pushing every switch and button you see. The guard and the meteorologist's wife watch you in silence. I don't think that's gonna help much, just run. You hear the whooshing of a club somewhere behind you. Damn. Etienne. Silence falls, and darkness. You open your eyes. It's cold. Damn it. I was out for long. Silence. Damn guards. You rub the back of your head, which is throbbing. Did anything else happen while I was passed out? Silence. Roderick? They tilt your head, looking for the cage, but it's gone. Damn it. Fuck. But they didn't take my shit, though. They did take Roderick for some reason. I don't think I should wander into the desert. I'd better be off trying to get back. You see a motionless body lying face down in the sand, another disturber of the town's peace. Wait, what? That looks like me. A tag is sewn to the chest. Examine the tag. W204. It also has the logo of a company called ReadRAM on it. Was he serving time too? What else would he be doing here? Go through his pockets. Nothing in the right one. In his left pocket you find some cash and some old faded checks. One of them is for phone service. Ladder. Wonder if I should be doing any kind of pixel hunting here. Oh, that's it. Alright. Walk it up. Ooh. They already raised the ladder. That's odd. Stick to the wall, look for an opening or some, yeah. Metal plates. Notice a slight glow coming from between the loose wall plates. What is this? You see a barely noticeable inscription on the plate. Just a bag of bricks. Come on, I already know that. You notice that the wall plate isn't completely attached to the wall. Maybe I can move it. we got the crate here. Damn wood, la 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 la. Give me the apples. Sewer gate. Another crowbar. Cut through the wire, open the crates. That's a lot of healing items. You do not give a lot of healing items unless there's a good reason for it. Maybe I'm very hungry. Right behind the grating you see a path leading out of the sewer. It won't budge. Curse at it. Come on, you stupid hunk of metal. I almost made it. Keep shaking it. Nothing happens. Loose heart. Shake the grating like a psycho. Fucking hell, open up. Ah! You pull at the steel bars with all your might, but nothing happens. Well, this is just great. I was so close, but looks like this is the end. Remember that you have ink you can use, that you've used on plenty of other occasions. Oh, right, I'm a writer. You hesitate for a second, right? The ink envelops the bars of the grating and they start to slowly rust. Bang. You easily knock them out of place and clear your path. Done. I'm coming, Roderick. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to actually get Roderick, but sure. You hide around the corner and peek out at the tent. Yes, Mr. Nariano, I'm sure he was looking for the exact thing. He called it a weather controller. Mr. Nariano was carefully twisting a device in his hands, trying to figure out how it works. Damn, he's already here too. If this thing really can control the storms, do you think my husband really created something like that and didn't tell us? All these years, all those people who died in the storms or who went insane, you might have been responsible for all that? I wouldn't jump to conclusions. We don't actually know what the device can do, and maybe your husband did everything he could. I hope so. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you for telling me this. It would have been terrible if such a valuable object fell into the hands of a stranger. I think we should break the woman's radio. Rash. Your hit shatters the radio on the pole. The woman runs into a house. Give me that. Can it really control the weather? It can, it's spectacular. Of course not. Then why have you been hunting for it? You found sand for me, crawled through the sewer. It looks at your clothes, more than once it looks like. This thing could decide the fate of our town, so I can't give it to you. I'm sorry. Nariano takes a step back, grasping the controller tightly to his chest. It looks like he's prepared to fight for it to the very end. You notice a familiar object around his neck. Hold on, that's mine. You point at Roderick's cage, which is hanging around his neck. When the hell did you manage to steal it? You sharply yank the cage off his neck and stuff it in your pocket. Nariano flinches, not expecting you to act so suddenly. We need to run now. Huh? Attention all residents, this is Linda speaking. There's a death storm coming. I repeat, a death storm is approaching. Start evacuating, we have 10 minutes. Did you push something? No, I didn't touch it. We need to stop the storm. Give it to me now. Not a chance. Nariano takes a step forward. Tell me how to work it and I'll stop the storm. I don't actually know, but I can try and figure it out. I'm looking for the instructions. Then what use are you? You're just gonna let people's lives depend on your attempt to try and figure it out? Let me at least look at the display. I can see what it means. Death storm, 7 minutes. Hurry. Anyone with an empty train, take on an upper district residence. Train 12 is causing a jam up at the exit. The wheel fell off. Get that car off tracks. It's blocking the way. I'm gonna go see Linda. P and I will figure this out ourselves. Get out of my way. What's the point of grabbing him? Nariano walks slowly past you. You try to grab him, but out of the corner of your eye you see an object flying right at you. The steel tip of a cane. Bang. Damn it, not again. You fall. Right before you hit the ground, you see Nariano climbing the stairs to the meteorology tower. You open your eyes and get up with some difficulty. Finally, get up the tower quickly and grab the controller. I don't know anything about a controller. My father didn't tell me anything. Darn, wrong button. I need to check the stormometer. Warning, death storm in 2 minutes. I don't know either. Just push something, Mr. Nariano. Gather your strength. Let's go. One final push. This has been such a long day. Oh, my HP though is okay. Alright, let's go. Ariana is arguing with a young man, the controller in their hands. A wild wind blows through the window. The storm is almost here, we're out of time. Before Ariana can react, you punch him in the jaw and have you interfering. The young man watches in silence, slowly pressing himself against the wall. You take the controller off of Mr. Nariano's unconscious body. You had your chance to stop the storm, now it's my turn. The young man presses himself against a panel of instruments. Red lights are flashing all over it. 30 seconds, he says, taking a quick glance out of the window, then squeezing his eyes shut. Dozens of buttons and switches and not a single one is labeled. What an egoistic asshole. The look the young man shoots you is filled with 10% understanding and 90% of fear of dying in a death storm. There are 3 big switches above the display. Start with those and I'll check the text, but there isn't much about it here either. Alright, first, the switch makes no sound. It seems to be completely broken. 2 lights on the panel below come on. There are 2 buttons next to... There's the second one. The whole panel goes dark. The device looks like it did. Right, second, first. Alarm set for 4 a.m. coming from the device. The young man gives you a gloomy look. His shred of hope that he might have saved seems to have just evaporated. That he might be saved. Yeah, right. The whole panel goes dark and the device looks just like it did when you started now. Flip the 3rd switch. Device starts vibrating. Whatever that means. Flip the 1st. The switch clicks loudly as it moves, then a multitude of indicators and buttons lights up on the display. Let's see, you spin the device around trying to decide what button to push now. The wind coming in through the window picks up and a strange metallic taste starts filling your mouth. You smell burnt metal. Okay, here it goes. Close your eyes and push a random button. Pray and push a random button. Scream and push a random... Close your eyes and push a random button. Beep. The storm is still moving. Pray and push a random button. Slow down, but it's still getting closer. Scream and push a random. It's moving away. It's moving away. Ugh. You put the controller down with shaking hands, and you hear cheers from the people outside getting louder and louder. That was close. Way too much going on for my first day. He holds his head in his hands. A large crowd has gathered in front of the tower. The people around you are loudly discussing what just happened. I saw the storm move away at the last minute. I saw it with my very own eyes, and it was just about to reach the town, but then it stopped. Alright, come down. The storm is gone. You can go home now. But what if it comes back? Well, you look at the controller in your hands. We'll just have to hope it doesn't come back. Why did it move away at the last second anyways? Yeah, and why did it get so close to the town? That's never happened before. It's a long story. We drove it off. Don't worry. We? Who's we? It was the young meteorologist. You put your hand on the young man's shoulder. Lindov, the young meteorologist, did an excellent job proving himself. He managed to neutralize the death storm at the very last second. The crowd starts cheering. Hooray for Lindov. What do you mean neutralize? That's not important. What's important is that you're not in danger right now. Now, time for me to go. You look out at the uncomprehending crowd before you jump, and your eyes slide over the people until they meet Lindev's, looking straight at you. Are you that... He gestures at the controller, which you've already tucked under your arm as you prepare to jump out of the book. Listen, kid. This is your moment of truth, Etienne. What moment of... You'll do just fine without it. I need it. It's hard to explain, but I need it more. A death storm is where you come from, too. Definitely not like these. And maybe you can leave it with us, that device. Since the next time the storm comes, we won't be able to. Sorry, I can't. This device is the only thing that's keeping me from something dear to me. You thump your chest with your fist. Oh. Alright. Lindov backs off defeatedly. Think about it. Think about it? Damn it. You look around at the uncomprehending crowd. These people have gone quiet as they listen to your conversation with Lindov. Think on it some more. Damn you, Roderick. It's not that simple. All you do is sit there in my pocket. It's nothing to you. Whispers start running through the crowd. You hear snippets like insane and talking to himself. I can hand in this damn thing and get my shackles off. Do you understand how much that will change things? Do you understand how valuable it is to me? All the suffering I went through for this. Just look around. Again, you sigh but decide to look around at the whispering crowd. Are these real people you see in front of you? You examine the people in the crowd. Some are whispering and watching your performance, but it seems as though everyone knows that something important is happening. Even the guards, who practically cracked your skull earlier, are standing off to the side and excitedly discussing something. Elderly men and women peer out from their windows, trying to see what's happening in the darkness. A mother leads her child home. The child trips over a cable sticking out of the sand, and his mother quickly helps him up. For people, they're characters. I'm trying to understand the moral implications. Like, what are... Like, I think I'm gonna pick their characters, but, like, what are they trying to get at? You know, like, what is the thing they're trying to convey here, right? Like, that every story is like, what? Has a piece of author's soul or some shit, therefore it's alive, or what? They're people or they're characters. They're characters. They're characters. And there's nothing more I can do. I'm sorry, Etienne. I tried. I couldn't see the point, honestly. Even though I... Everything is ready. Excellent work, Etienne. I haven't even given the courier the briefcase yet, and you're calling. Not to worry, my Shackles expert is on his way to you, and he'll pick up the order while he is there. He'll make a quick work of yours, and then you'll be free, just as we agreed. Alright, thank you. Well, it was nice working with you. Yeah. I have an offer for you. Are you interested in taking on a few more jobs? We can discuss a bonus to your pay. No thanks, I'm done stealing. Alright, suit yourself. See you soon, Etienne. Where's the rope? Time him up. Hey! After him quickly. You fall onto the cold sand and your pursuers land nearby. What the fuck? So you want to do this the hard way. Damn, it's so cold here. Where's Vince? He's waiting in the car just in case. Wait, Vince was on your side the whole time? That bastard. Deal with him quickly, and I'll get the book ready so we can get to the collector. Can you handle this? Hey, anybody want to help me? I just saved your city a minute ago, come on. Your voice echoes through the empty square. It seems like everyone is in a bed asleep already. Fine. Drain ink, disable skill. I think we should be fine, actually. Alright, you dickheads, you. You do realize that I would just kill you like this. Idle, drain, ink, disable skill. No draining tonight. That's fine. That's fine. See you, suckers. Are you okay? Relatively. What book did they want to take you into? 1 second. You pick up the book that one of the thugs dropped and look at the black cover. Your name's been erased. They said something about a collector. Is that your boss? My former boss. You open the book and flip through the pages. You want to go there. I have this idea. Well, if you're sure about it, jump into the book. Woof. Incomprehensible. What? Why? Everything's blurry and there's no color. We've gone too deep. We're inside a book inside a book. Bro. I can barely breathe. Me too. We need to find the collector as soon as we can, then get out of here. What's, with your face? Why? What's... Damn it, we need to hurry. You notice some familiar-looking briefcases. A tag is visible on one of them. Walker, Reach A, Item X, Gland HRMN Publishing. What are those? Briefcases for stolen items. I give the collector his orders in briefcases like these. So there are objects from other books inside. Think there's something you could use in there? You open 2 of the briefcases in front of you at random. Examine the first, examine the second. Sure. An old rag doll is inside the briefcase, along with a set of rusty pens. Is that what I think it is? I don't know. What do you think it is? A voodoo doll? It even has pins. Examine the second. Leather-bound. There's something written L as if. Take the book. You take the book out of the briefcase and instinctively clutch it to your chest. You could swear you feel its leather binding through your coat. Look, there's something else here. A note that says to be sorted. Inside you find a folded up cloak, an opaque glass capsule, a small wand, and an old broom. Examine the broom, examine the cloak, examine the capsule, examine the wand. A tag on the wand says Polymorph 1, transforms one target into Ovis Aries. Sounds ominous. Just don't point it at yourself. Take everything. On the capsule you see a yellow triangle with a biohazard symbol inside it. Not a great start, there's something written here. Fear toxin. Inhalation causes prolonged panic and hallucinations. Examine the cloak. You try and fault the clock, but as soon as your hand slips inside, the cloak disappears, so does your hand. So stealth, okay. Carefully pull your hand out and it's instantly visible again. Examine the broom. The broom trembles in your hands. You can feel its itching to take off. Look as it's flying. Looks like it's a flying broom. You hide the capsule and the wand in your pockets. Throw the folded up cloak on your shoulder and grab the broom. You're really kitted out. I hope I can use all this. Let's go find the collector. Wait. 3 walkers are standing around a table in the brightly lit room. They haven't noticed you yet. Damn, so this is where they handle the briefcases for the others. For the orders. What's the plan? Walk forward, put on the invisibility cloak. You unfold the invisibility cloak and put it on over your clothes. Looks like it's working. What next? Sneak. You tiptoe past the room with the walkers in it. Better to avoid any more fighting than is absolutely necessary. You see 2 walkers standing in the passageway. They seem to be guarding another set of boxes. They're discussing something quietly, completely unaware of your presence. I don't think you can squeeze past them. You should take off the cloak. It's only gonna get in your way. Take off. Throw. Walkers haven't noticed. What's our plan? Walk forward. Throw the toxin capsule. How many encounters are we gonna get? Like, it's hard to plan when you have no idea what the fuck is... Alright, throw the capsule. You wind up and throw the capsule of fear toxin at the walkers. It falls right between them and shatters. The men turn around sharply. Hey, stop, you see both men's eyes widen in horror. You're a monster, help! Both men look around in terror, then jump over the railing into the darkness. I hope it's not too far down. Let's see if there's anything interesting in here. Should we start with some kind of weapon? I have a Necronomicon? What the fuck? Examine... Wait, for real? Lying on black fabric inside the briefcase is a hone-sharp scythe that radiates coldness. So Death is out there in some book without his scythe. I bet. There's a small box inside the briefcase, surrounded by a flickering blue aura. What is this? You poke the box uncertainly with one finger. The blue field instantly surrounds your hand, making it tingle. Energy shield. What the fuck is a Necronomicon, though? Put your previous artifact aside and take the scythe out of the briefcase. Even though through your gloves, the icy metal makes your hands sting. Ready to keep going. Sinister scythe. Even the slightest cut will cost your enemy their life. Hold him off one. Transforms the target in Ovis Arius. A stack of books, including the ones I've been in. The librarian is busy arranging books and probably won't even notice an atomic bomb. Gods notice you from far away and block your path. What's that noise over there? Is there a problem? Throw the cloak on him. Hit him with the broom. Use the wand. You take the wand out of your pocket and point at the closest walker. Ovis Aries! Beam of blue energy bursts out of the wand and hits the walker in the chest. In the next instant, she was standing where he just was. Oh, that's right. Ovis Aries is the scientific name for domestic shape. I thought it was a spell. The other walkers have already dropped into a fighting stance, ready to attack. Ovis Aries. You point the wand at the closest enemy, but nothing happens. A large crack is now running through the crystal at the end of the wand. Useless piece of... The other walkers simultaneously drop into fighting stances. Hit, drain, ink, disable skill. And we have scythe. Instant kill. Ah, it costs ink, by the way. Right. Disable skill, hit, drain, ink. That looks lovely. Let's guard. Gives me another shield, right? But I can't stack these. That was a mistake. Yeah. Now we drain. Okay, this is pretty bad. Pretty bad. That fucker just keeps draining my ink. Yeah, I definitely wish I could drain more ink. Alright, kill this guy. And... Stun shield. Drain the fucker. Shield. Pop this thing. Slash. And drain him. Alright, the good news is I still have my apple, so... Boss's hideout. Hello there. Alright, I give up. Just don't hit me, he smirks. Take off my goddamn shackles, you grab him by the throat. There's a slight problem with that. My shackles expert took the day off today. His daughter is sick. He's lying. I know. How about I call you when he's available, okay? It'll be only a few days. You hit him. Do you think I'm an idiot? Well, if you really want to know, you promised me you'd take them off, so hold up your end of the deal. You didn't hold up your end. I'll hold it up right now. You squeeze his throat harder. Calm down, you idiot. No one except the Riders Police can take them off. You really think my own men would be walking around in shackles if I could take them off? I would build a literal empire stealing objects if I could do that, not this stinking warehouse. Wait, I thought you had proof that he could do it. A friend told me about him. Wait, Vince told me about you. And then I found out he was one of your thugs. Was that all part of your plan? Well, this thing that's happening now wasn't. You're gonna take off my shackles. I don't know how, but that's your problem now. Or what? Are you gonna kill me, a character? But you've turned into such a nice guy now, haven't you? Well, relatively. You squeeze his throat with all your strength and look him in the eye. Let's find out right now just how much of a nice guy I am. That doesn't quite inspire fear, to be honest. Let's finish this up quickly, I have things to do. Some important people will be here soon, and I'll be offloading a huge lot today. You turn around and see a stack of containers through the open door. Yeah, that's right. Did you think I was just sitting here twiddling my thumbs? I'm about to close the deal of the century. Are those containers full of stolen items, fit to burst? I can only imagine what will happen when all that floods the market. He glances briefly at a monitor where you can see henchmen running in your direction. You're right, it certainly is time for us to finish up here. Grab him by the essence. What the fuck does that even mean? You push your hand deeper in, trying to touch not the collector's neck, but the very essence inside him. You feel a scrap of old paper. Your fingers run across the text written there in old ink, many, many years ago. Wait. Start pulling. I can call the shackles expert. Let's say tomorrow, okay? That's the only time frame I can give you. We'll get your shackles off, and you'll be set. You can write as much as you want. His henchmen are almost here. Sorry, I'm not letting that happen to me again. You grab his paper with both hands and start pulling it towards you. What are you thinking, Etienne? Don't worry, I've done this before. Oh no. You see the client slowly separating from the book's environment, becoming something foreign. Damn, aren't his henchmen gonna come for us? They don't have a direct route to that book. Besides, they won't like what's waiting for them there. You keep pulling the paper. It gets more and more difficult to pull. What's going on? Now it's not the time to give up. No, I'm not giving up. This is as hard as I can pull. What now? They're right outside already. Now we add another force. You bend your knees, ready to jump upwards. You push off the ground. You hear an unbelievably loud crunching sound, so loud that it feels like the whole world must be able to hear it. With a ringing sound, the paper in your hand separates itself from the book and flies upwards with you. Damn it, I think I twisted my knee again. What on earth was that? Where the hell am I? What have you done? You'll find out soon enough. The collector suddenly jumps up and aims a gun at you. It's an antique decorated with a swirling pattern. Take me back. Hey, calm down. Just calm down. Etienne? Hand over the book. Now, where's my book? I'm afraid nothing would come of it. Hey, don't joke around with him. That thing I just did, they'll hear it. Right as police. Nobody move. Hey, you, drop the gun. Not another step or I shoot him. Boss, that's Leroy Roshan. The collector? What the hell is going on here? Etienne, how are you mixed up in this? Oh, hello, officer. Hold on, how did you recognize me? You came in for questioning in that same coat. Damn, I disguised my face, but I forgot about... Oh, fuck me. I'm warning you, I won't surrender alive. He aims the gun at the police officers, then back at you. And hold back your little pet rider there. I see him. Smirking. He puts his hands up and looks at the officer, waiting for a signal. Well now, we'll come to an agreement and everything will be just fine. Where's my book? I don't think we'll be coming to an agreement with you, thief. Quiet. No, we're gonna make a deal and I'm gonna walk away. You're accused of stealing up thousands of objects, and now that you're in our hands, you're not going anywhere. That's enough. Suddenly turning to you. This is all because of you, you bastard! The sound of a shot rings out. Etienne! You close your eyes. Damn it! You open your eyes and look down. The metal of Roderick's cage protected you from the bullet, but there is not much left of it now. You see a small ragged scrap of paper inside. Derek, you moron, I told you to stop talking. Sorry, boss. Are you alright, Walker? Now it's your turn. Hands up. You look at the remains of the paper in your hand. Don't make us use force. Poet is just in shock. Etienne, it's best if you come with us now. We'll talk about all this at this station, okay? Hold on, what's that in his hand? It's a character, not one from this book. Etienne, are you out of your mind? You're carrying around a stolen character, even in your current situation. Derek, I can't take an isolated character. Call for backup. You shove the officer, his head slams into the Derek, who staggers backwards, eyes shut. Damn it! Get him! Leroy Roshan, also known as the Collector, was detained by the writers' police. He was later sentenced to execution by erasure. The entire network of writers who used his services to buy stolen items from books were also detained, and these criminals received from 5 to 15 years. Etienne Quest was detained 5 minutes after his escape. The unknown stolen character was not found on him. 28 years later. 28 years later. That's a lot. Well, I think this is his house. Take off your disguise. You run a hand over your face. Alright, now I'm ready. Roderick's basically house, right? Books are arranged neatly on the shelves. I see same painting. Sir, how can I help you? My name is Etienne. Waiting for you to continue. You probably don't remember me. We worked together a long time ago. I can't seem to recall that. Are you sure you're in the right place? I'm sure. I'd even say we were partners. I don't. I just wanted to see how you're feeling. Looking around questioningly, I do believe I'm quite alright. Should I be worried about something? Do you remember your name? Of course. And where you live? Baker Street. That's good then. I had to make a few changes because of your injuries. Injuries, sir? Yes, although it seems everything worked out. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm back. Watson, he nods to the man by the window. Holmes, he nods back. And you, sir? He looks questioningly at you. I'm on my way out. Someone you know, Watson? I'm not sure. Are you quite certain you're alright, sir? Yeah, my apologies again for disturbing you. Well, time to head back. I'm glad you're doing well, friend. Geological formation. I think it worked. Well, Roderick, it's time for me to figure out my own stuff. 28 years is... Oh, what the fuck. Yeah, this place does not look good. Etienne Quest, congratulations on your return to the ranks of the writing profession. Morak Publishing Agency has confirmed that your 28-year sentence has been fully served. You may visit the Central Writers Police Department to have your shackles removed. Please find a sheet attached with detailed information on how sentence time served was calculated. Final calculations. Initial sentence, assistance in capturing particularly dangerous criminal, fleeing from a police officer's, willfully turning self to police. Total time. What's that? Oh well. I had to revisit so many books before I found the right one. No, fuck. There's. Ah, right. It's going out of focus animation. It's not fan letters. Fan letters. Wait, is that a joke? That must be a joke, right? All right. Complete the epilogue. Alright. Great interactive novel, I guess, is what I'm gonna call it. Enjoy the soundtrack. I'm gonna turn on my AC and kind of cool down. Okay, I'm back. That was a little bit anticlimactic on my part, but anyway, I think that'll be it. I thoroughly enjoyed my time going through this wonderful story, and I'll see you next time.